Very interesting picture on your screen right now. Both Rahul Gandhi and Smriti Irani simultaneously addressing the media. Rahul Gandhi, who has won both from Rai Bareli and Wayanad today, and Smriti Irani, who has been delivered a shock defeat from Amethi by Kishori Lal Sharma, one of the oldest close aides of the Gandhi family, and the margin also a very substantial margin of close to 1 lakh. In fact, last I checked, it was over 1 lakh votes. That was the margin. But Smriti Irani, gracious in defeat, saying that I have continued to work for Amethi. I have worked here to build a Nali, multiple roads, and I will continue to do that in the next few years as well. It's been nothing less than a cyclone, a nail-biting political thriller, and the NDA is set to form government for the third time, but it is nowhere close to the 400 par target. In fact, individually, the BJP has not managed to touch the 272 magic mark. As the numbers stabilize, it seems like the NDA is not even crossing the 300 mark. So right now, it will have to be at the mercy of its allies. The two main allies, of course, Nitish Kumar and his JDU, and TDP, Chandrababu Naidu. The Congress on its part has improved its tally in these elections significantly, but so far it is yet to cross the 100 mark, buoyed by the results. Congress party is calling this a moral defeat of Narendra Modi. But how does one analyze? If we just focus on Uttar Pradesh alone, what really happened in Uttar Pradesh? There are gains that the BJP has had in Andhra Pradesh, in Odisha, in states like Uttarakhand. It has held on. Even in Gujarat, it has managed to escape unscathed, more or less. But Rajasthan, it has faced reverses. Haryana, it has faced reverses. In Bihar also, it has had a decent performance. West Bengal, it has faced reverses. But I think if there is one big shock that has come for the BJP in this election, it is Uttar Pradesh. Where do the figures stand right now? The BJP is at 32 in UP. The Samajwadi Party is ahead of it at 37. Congress is at 7. Mamata Banerjee speaking right now.
একদিকে ইডি কি নয়, আমি খুশি মোদিজি সিঙ্গেল লার্জেস্ট মেজরিটি পায়নি। উনি ক্রেডিবিলিটি লস করেছেন। ওনার ইমিডিয়েট প্রধানমন্ত্রী থেকে রেজিগনেশন দেওয়া উচিত, কারণ উনি বলেছিলেন ইসবার 400 পার। আমি কি বলেছিলাম আপনাদের? আমি বলেছিলাম 200 পার হবে কিনা দেখে রাখুন, কারণ কিছুটা হাতে রাখতে হয়। আমি বলেছিলাম পগার পার। এখন তাকে পায়ে ধরতে হচ্ছে টিডিপি আর পায়ে ধরতে হচ্ছে নীতিশ। বাট এদের আমি খুব ভালো করে চিনি। এরা ইন্ডিয়াটাকে ভাঙতে পারবে না, বরঞ্চ যারা ওদের সাথে গেছে ওদের অত্যাচার কতটা চলবে আমি জানি না। 2/3 মেজরিটি নেই, ইচ্ছা মতো আইন পাস আর পার্লামেন্টে হবে না, ইচ্ছা মতো অ্যাট্রসিটিস হবে না। ইডি সিবিআই অ্যাট্রসিটিস করলে আমরা ইন্ডিয়া টিম পুরোপুরি চেপে ধরবো। অখিলেশ আমাকে এখনো বলেছে
India bloc will take action.
সার্টিফিকেট দিচ্ছে না, জেতার পরেও ইলেকশন কমিশন চেষ্টা করছে যাতে বিজেপিকে যদি কিছু সিটে বাড়ানো যায়।
Election Commission is trying to help BJP, trying to help them get a better margin. This is not expected from Election Commission. I will request them not to behave like this.
Please respect the verdict of the people.
I will ask them not to disrespect the verdict of the state.
আজকে জুডিশিয়ারি তার স্বাধীনতা ফিরে পাক, স্বাধীনতা মন।
I would want judiciary to get back their freedom and to work freely.
Now, मैं यही कहने चाहती हूँ, मैं अखिलेश को कंग्रेचुलेट किया है, बहुत बढ़िया किया है। आने वाला चुनाव में वही अखिलेश यूपी में जीतेगा। बिहार में जो रिजल्ट दिखाया है अभी तक वो सच नहीं है। तेजस्वी यादव के साथ मेरे को बात हुआ, उन्होंने कहा दीदी अभी बहुत बाकी है काउंटिंग, ये झूठा बोलता है। আমি উদ্ধব ঠাকরেকেও কংগ্রাচুলেট করেছি, শারদ যাদবকেও করেছি, অরবিন্দের স্ত্রীকেও করেছি, আমি কল্পনাকেও করেছি, হেমন্ত সোরেনের স্ত্রীকে।
I have
আমি এরকম যতটা পেয়েছি
congratulated Kalpana Soren.
শারদ পাওয়ারকেও করেছি,
I have
যতটা
congratulated
পেরেছি
Sharad Pawar.
যাদের ফোনে পেয়েছি ধরতে, এমন
Whoever I
কাউকেও আমি
could
কংগ্রেস
get
মেসেজ
through via call, I have congratulated them.
যদিও মেবি দে ওয়ার বিজি ফর ইলেকশন, কিন্তু এখনো পর্যন্ত ওরা কারোর সাথে আমাদের কন্ট্যাক্ট করেনি, না করলেও আমাদের কোনো যায় আসে না। আপনাদের নিশ্চয়ই মনে আছে, আপনারা অনেক সময় আমাকে আন্ডার এস্টিমেট করেন। আমি কি বলেছিলাম, তোমাদের
Sometimes
দুটো
people
সিট দিচ্ছি,
underestimate.
তোমাদের একটাও এমএলএ নেই, দুটো সিটেই জিতে যাবে। আর আমি বলেছিলাম তোমরা ইন্ডিয়ার সাথে অ্যাডজাস্টটা করো সবার সাথে, তাহলে তুমি 100 সিট পাবে। আমার কথাটা মিলেছে কি মিলেনি?
I told them that I would offer them 2 seats.
किसका
They
गेम
did
हुआ
not
है?
agree to it.
देश
How
का
much did
गेम
they
हुआ
pay?
है। हम तो कहा था देश रहने दो, मोदी को जाने दो। बिजनेसमैन के ऊपर इतना टॉर्चर। कल आपने देखा है शेयर मार्केट में क्या हुआ।
You have seen what happened in share market yesterday.
बीजेपी क्या है, रुपया किसका है? बीजेपी का जान पहचान का आदमी का है। हम शेयर बाजार नहीं समझते हो कि हम एक कॉमन फैमिली से है, ये मेरे को जानकारी में नहीं है। लेकिन आज इतना जब्ती करने का बाद भी, इतना एट्रोसिटीज करने का बाद भी, इतना रुपया खर्चा करने का बाद भी, मोदी जी का इतना अहंकार, इतना अमित शाह का अहंकार, इतना बीजेपी का अहंकार, इतना चीफ मिनिस्टर को लेके हर जगह में जैसे वो डाटा सबको थ्रेट किया। हमारा स्टेट में ऑल लीडर को थ्रेट किया फोन में, हमारा स्टेट में हर काउंसिलर को थ्रेट किया, हमारा स्टेट में हर एमएलए को थ्रेट किया। किसी का पास तो रुपया भी भेजा, वो तो हमारा जानकारी में है, 2-3 सीट में वो हम इंक्वायरी करके लेंगे। लेकिन बात ये बड़ा है, इतना जब्ती करने का बाद भी इंडिया जीता है और मोदी हारा है। अब देखिए जो अयोध्या लेके ऐसा कांड किया है, अयोध्या में हारा है। मोदी जी का सीट में क्या है, पोस्टल बैलेट में भी हारा था। मैंने जो सुना, पहले तो 5 लाख वोट में जीता था, अभी क्या हुआ? इतना अहम बात किसी के लिए ठीक नहीं है, हमारा लिए भी ठीक नहीं है। हम तो आज इतना आशीर्वाद जनता को मिला है कि हमारा सिर हम नीचू करने चाहते हैं। हम जनता को कहने चाहती हूँ रविंद्रनाथ टेगर का भाषा में कि हमार माथा নত করে দাও হে তোমার চরণ দুলার তলে, সকল অহংকার হে আমার ডুবাও চোখের জলে। আমাদের কোনো কৃতিত্ব নেই, সবটাই মানুষের কৃতিত্ব।
All right, so everyone today is on the offensive. This is a failure of brand Modi. That's what Mallikarjun Kharge said. That is what Rahul Gandhi said. And that's what you heard Mamta Banerjee say now. Let's open this up. We've got Shaina NC of the BJP joining us now, along with the Sanjay Jha, suspended Congress leader, and psephologist Jay Mrug. Shaina NC, all eyes on Shaina today and all eyes on the BJP. A failure of brand Modi, says INDI.
Yes. No, I don't think, Padmaja, you've been covering politics for way too long. 10 years of the Honorable Prime Minister's track with record, which has been blemish-free, the Labhartis that have benefited, the fact that there's been no corruption or no scam. And I think we sent the benchmark too high. Even now, we are the single largest party, and the NDA is, or the BJP on its own, is larger than the India Alliance. So what are we talking about? This is a great.
Sure, you may have set the bar high with 400, but let's be realistic. The electoral bar is 272. You have not crossed that bar.
But Padmaja, Alliance is well above it. And I don't think there's even a thought in mind. This is Modi ji 3.0, and I said he has a vision for a Viksit Bharat. He has worked tirelessly in these 10 years and will continue to do from 2024 onwards. 100-day blueprint. Aren't you proud that India as an economy from the 11th to the 5th is heading towards the third largest economy? Aren't you proud that we have...
But people are now wondering whether your government will survive 100 days.
Colleges and
You know, Rahul Gandhi was just asked, we will play that bit again. He was asked, are you in touch with Nitish Kumar and Chandrababu Naidu? He said, tomorrow we have a meeting of INDIA. Everything will be on the table. I can't talk about it right now without speaking to my allies. So they are hot-footing it to all of your allies.
Let me ask you one thing. Do you think this Indie alliance has anything other than the lust for power as its fundamental? On the other hand, the NDA has a vision plan. Under Prime Minister Modi, there is a common minimum program, whether it's the abrogation of 370 or a uniform civil code or a one nation, one poll, or even the fact that, you know, the referendums which have worked to the interest of all have been serious decisions which have been well thought of by the BJP and their allies.
Sanjay Shah, come in. At the end of the day, the Congress hasn't touched triple figures. They haven't touched triple digits, and the BJP is still the single largest party. What is the gloating about? Actually, Mr. Modi, as things stand right now, is the first Prime Minister, or rather the second Prime Minister, to have come back into a third consecutive term.
I think one will have to...
Technically, he has made history.
Yeah, I mean, one will have to concede that point, of course. I mean, the BJP is the single largest party. Nobody can deny that. But I think the larger narrative of this entire post-verdict is about, one, the arrogance of the BJP. Very reminiscent, Padmaja, of, you know, what we were talking over the last couple of months, the India shining syndrome, where they believed that they would just kind of railroad everybody in front of them, leading them to make projections of 370, 400 that we all knew looked very unreasonable and frankly bizarre. But the larger point that I think I need to make here, Padmaja, and that's important, that this election has to be also one of the perhaps the most lopsided election in terms of the absence of a level playing field. You had the resources with the BJP, we saw it in terms of the electoral bonds money, the complete control of agencies. Opposition leaders were being put in jail. 2 chief ministers, by the way, in jail. Critical states, right? Punjab and Delhi.
It's funny you say that, because both of those states, I actually want to show the numbers. And Jeff, you could also come, you know, you are saying that this is an example of how people have punished the misuse of agencies. Now, which are the 2 chief ministers who are in jail? The first chief minister is Arvind Kejriwal, and Delhi actually 7 on 7 seats. 7 on 7 seats are with the Bharatiya Janata Party.
That's right.
Now let's talk about Jharkhand. As far as Jharkhand also is concerned, the BJP has got 9 out of 14. So it's not as if there is some massive wave or anger against the BJP because of the arresting of these 2 people.
No, I think there is a larger story, Padmaja, because, you know, if you look at the developments, Arvind Kejriwal being arrested was not just localized to a Delhi population, right? It had a national ramification. And I think largely a lot of people, not just in the rural parts of India, but definitely the urban parts, they recognize that you had a government that was clearly politically very vindictive. And to fulfill whatever its agenda was, it was willing to abuse independent institutions of investigation for a very brutal purpose of annihilating your opponents.
But then in that case, the Congress and Aam Aadmi Party should have swept all of Delhi.
But they have done well in Punjab.
Is there any data? I mean, let's just look, if you can come here, let's just look at the data available to us. Is there anything to suggest right now that there is a massive anti-Modi wave that has swept across the country? Because, you know, we've been talking about this through the day. If indeed there is an anti-Modi wave, how has the BJP got 29 out of 29 in Madhya Pradesh? How have they managed to sweep Odisha? How have they managed to do so well in Andhra Pradesh? in the assembly along with their alliance and in the Lok Sabha as well. How is this happening if this is an anti-Modi wave?
No, this is clearly not an anti-Modi wave, but this is for the first time not a national election. I mean, what do I mean by not a national election? It seems
Show us
to
with
be-
data.
Yes,
What do you
yes.
mean by that?
Yeah, okay. It's an aggregation of state elections.
So basically
Yeah.
what the Congress wanted to do, they have been successful in it. They have localized it to a state by state instead of a Modi पूरे देश का चुनाव लड़ रहा है election.
Absolutely. And not just that they succeeded, I think an overbearing national narrative actually did not exist. While there was a desire that we don't vote out the incumbent, which manifests in the tally, but there was no overbearing desire not to do that. I mean, so there were a lot
So
of...
there was no overbearing desire to not vote for Modi. There was no overbearing desire to vote for him either.
Yeah, or no, let me put it in simple words, no overbearing desire to vote him out.
Okay.
While there was no overbearing desire to keep a certain mandate, but no overbearing desire to vote him out. So what happens in that situation is a lot of local factors take to play. So in Chhattisgarh, quite similar to the assembly elections, the BJP pulls in. Okay. Similarly, if you go to another state which has been the big surprise of today, Odisha. Okay. Quite similar, I mean, like the fact that it was retiring the BJD out of 25 years of governance, it went that way.
Okay.
Let's not view it as a national trend. It was retiring the BJD out.
Okay.
The state was retiring the BJD out. However, in other states, where I think two states...
Madhya Pradesh, what
When-
explains Madhya Pradesh? Even Nakul Nath lost in Chhindwara.
Madhya Pradesh, I would still say, is the original heartland of the RSS, the Madhya Bharat area.
Okay.
I would say that also with emphasis in the assembly election. While most polls suggested it was close, the final result was 163 by 230 and a very comfortable majority. Right? That's played out similarly. However, if you look at the fact that I'm saying elections are local, two states which have actually just played out local equations and rivalries are Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh. Maharashtra
The
is
two largest states, unfortunately for the BJP,
Yeah.
went
So-
hyper local.
This mandate in Maharashtra doesn't seem to be topically about voting Mr. Modi in or out. This is a mandate of do we stand with Uddhav Thackeray or not? Ye to uska mandate hai. Doesn't seem to be a national mandate. Similarly, if you go to Uttar Pradesh, it's again a mandate which indicates that while, yes, BJP remains the preferred party, you know what? But we are now figuring out the new lay of the land after the BSP is supposed to collapse.
Okay.
That's the flavor of this mandate.
All right, this will keep us busy, very, very busy over the next few days as well, because this perhaps has been one of
I
the
think
most...
today the one single headline is this was not a national election. It was an aggregation of local mandates.
Okay, so this
completely.
wasn't a Modi versus all election.
Absolutely.
It was each state, each issues, localized election,
Absolutely.
localized issues that matter. At 8 p.m. Thanks very much, Jay, Shaina, NC and Sanjay Jha for having joined us. I will see you next at 8 p.m. on India Upfront, where we are actually going to try and go through these numbers in an even more intricate fashion. What happened in this hyper-localized election? How did the two biggest states in India go completely out of the BJP's grip? What were the factors at play? I'll see you then. Welcome back. We're just getting news from Chandigarh, where there's high drama outside a counting centre. Congress workers staged a protest because the results were not being declared. It's a very close contest, even as we speak, between the Congress and the BJP. Manish Tiwari from the Congress and Sanjay Tandon from the BJP. Now, the Congress is saying that there is some tampering happening with the results. Let's go straight across to my colleague Amandeep, who's joining us from there. Amandeep, over to you. Is Manish Tiwari also at the spot? What are the allegations and why?
Well, absolutely, Padmaja. All are in, including Manish Tiwari, Sanjay Tandon. They all are inside the counting center. And in fact, the Congress is putting up the allegations that 15 rounds of the counting has been completed, but still Election Commission is not rolling out the results. And they are putting up the reasons. And on the other side, the BJP is continuously pressing for the recountings and mentioning some kind of errors. So here you can see we are just outside the counting center, Padmaja. And see, these are all the Congress workers, supporters, leaders. They are sitting here since since morning and in fact waiting for the results to be out. But so far the results are not out, and even both the candidates are inside. Manish Tiwari including Sanjay Tandon, they both are inside. 15 round of counting has been completed, but the Congress is now putting up allegations that the episode of Chandigarh mayor polls might not repeated here. So some of the Congress people are here. We will try to speak to them also. So what are the allegations? Why you are staging protest and what all is happening inside?
Sir, actually, we have zero confidence in the administration right now. What has happened in the last 6 months is repeating itself. This is the worry for our Congress workers who have put in the hard work today. For the past 45 days, they have done it, and they are not giving a valid reason why there is a delay in that. So,
but BJP is asking for the recounting due to some errors, due to some objections.
Actually, every of their counting agent has signed the form where they has said there is no problem in the vote count of the machines. What is the problem right now? They should clarify. If not, at least they should clarify to stop the rumor mongering that is happening amongst the workers.
But your candidate is also inside. So what's the problem? He is also inside. Your polling agents are also inside. Office bearers are also inside. So why this protest? Don't you believe that they are not doing the justice?
So actually, whatever happening inside, we don't know, because they can, seeing the mayor elections, what happened, anything can happen. The democracy in Chandigarh is not safe, so we don't want that should be repeated again. So we're trying to protest here, and we want justice.
We will, Padmaja, Chandigarh Congress President is also here. We will try to speak to them. Sir, what all is happening? आप बताइए क्या हो रहा है अंदर? So, he's Chandigarh Congress President and he's also inside. Though, Padmaja, there is a heavy security deployment on the gate of counting center, and in fact the paramilitary is also deployed. SSP Chandigarh she herself is on the spot to maintain the situation, but Congress workers and the leaders are sitting outside, and in fact they are waiting. They are putting up the allegations on the BJP. So see, this is it's almost Padmaja 5:30 has been crossed in the evening, and even almost 3 hours has passed when the 15th round of, that means the last round of counting has been completed, and with the result that came out, almost 2,500 plus votes was the lead of Manish Tiwari. But from then till now, the official results has not been declared, and in fact the Congress is alleging that they are trying to delay the process, and BJP is pressing for the recounting. So this is the situation in Chandigarh, Padmaja. That is both Manish Tiwari and Sanjay Tandon, they both are inside the counting center.
Sanjay Jha, why is it that on an odd day you are like, we're very happy with the result, or an even day you are like, ye election ka result rig ho raha hai? Entire country, you have just celebrated the result, and now you are creating a ruckus outside a counting center in Chandigarh. No, how does this make sense?
I think there is a larger systemic problem, Padmaja. Let me tell you this, that, a lot of people will say, I think the BJP critics say it, or rather BJP people who are critical of the Congress and the opposition always say that you win elections, then everything is hunky-dory. When you lose, you're critical, or the EVM or the Election Commission. I don't think that's true, because despite winning Telangana or despite winning Karnataka...
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I think Dipinder Hooda, the winning candidate from Rohtak, is through. Over to you, Navika.
Thank you, Padmaja. Joining me this evening, Dipinder Hooda. Mr. Hooda, congratulations to you. What a stupendous performance by the Congress party in Haryana. It's 5 versus 5 in Haryana. What do you think is the message of this particular verdict coming in from Haryana?
Thank you, Navika. First of all, to you, let me thank the people of Haryana, people of my constituency, and the people of our nation, of our great nation. This is a victory for democracy. People have voted to save the constitution. People have voted to defeat the divisive agenda of the BJP, wherein BJP in some states was using religion to divide, like UP, and states like Haryana it was using the caste to divide the people. People have rejected that. People have voted against the arrogance of the BJP. So it is a victory for the people of India. It is a victory for the people of Haryana and my constituency. And Haryana, we have, is one of the North Indian states. Congress's performance has been the best. Our vote share is higher than the BJP. Close contest in all the other winning 5 seats also. That's this any segments out of 90 assembly segments. So this result has an implication for India and has a great implication for Haryana also, because Haryana goes to poll in about 3 to 4 months. The kind of margins by which people have showered their blessings on us. I myself from Rohtak, currently I'm leading by about 3.5 lakh votes. So this shows that the current, not only the central government, but there is anger against the state government also, which is a minority government already. The state government, as you know, during the course of Lok Sabha elections, 3 independent MLAs supporting the BJP had withdrawn their support and had given a letter of support in favor of Shri Bhupender Singh Hooda ji and the Congress party. So BJP in the state today, they've lost their numbers in Vidhan Sabha and they've lost vote of confidence in the court of people also, as shown by the result today. So we demand through you, immediately the BJP government should either resign the Naib Singh ji government, or it should be dismissed, and Haryana's elections, which are due in 3 months, should be immediately called. It is constitutionally unstable, constitutionally unsustainable for a minority government which has lost both the confidence in court of people and in the Vidhan Sabha to continue. So that is our demand, but once again, it's the victory for long live Indian democracy, long live Indian constitution.
Dipender Hooda, these election results for the 2024 Lok Sabha polls clearly are a shot in the arm for the Congress party. However, if you see the total number of seats for the India Alliance, it's dropping in the region of about 230, 235, while the NDA is in the region of 290 to 295. Would you still say that this is a mandate for the India Alliance, because you're nowhere near the 272 mark, number one, and number two, the NDA, which was a pre-poll alliance, has crossed the halfway mark. How then do you see olive branches that are being extended to Nitish Kumar as well as Chandrababu Naidu?
See, like I said, it is a big moral defeat for the BJP. BJP, which was claiming 400 par and 370 and whatnot, has been, has cut a sorry figure. People have rejected that arrogance. It's a moral defeat for the BJP, and it is a big moral victory for our democracy and for the India Alliance, for the opposition of this country. And that's why I say that it's a victory for the people of this country, who have upheld not just the constitution, but also who have shown that how vibrant and strong our democracy is. And they have restored balance in our Indian polity. And I think as far as numbers are concerned, BJP has not achieved the mandatory mark on its own. Now it depends on the various parties and how things, the discussion of the number will be an ongoing discussion, and it will not be a discussion which will be, I think, in the press conference of Kharge and Rahul ji, they have pointed out that India Alliance partners are going to be meeting tomorrow. They're going to take stock of the situation, and let's see how things pan out. As far as the scenario in the country today, I think people have stood up, and everybody knows. Everybody knows who can claim the moral victory and who has been morally defeated in this election.
Well, Dipender Hooda, you speak about moral victory, but in politics, morality doesn't seem to have any space in modern day politics.
It does, Navika. I'll tell you, in Haryana, the Naib Singh government has 41 seats. It was continuing while, in spite of being a minority government, they need 46 to continue. Their alliance with Dushyant Chautala has been broken. Dushyant Chautala's party has been finished in this election. They have not even, I don't think any of their candidates even got 10,000 votes that they contested. So BJP now has implications in different states. like I said, this is Congress's best performance amongst North Indian Hindi belt states in Haryana, and the numbers are with us. So moral victory will lead to us pressing for immediate elections in Haryana. So it is the implications will go far beyond what you are thinking. I think that's why I congratulate the people of this country for upholding the Constitution, for upholding the strong vibrancy in our democracy, for restoring balance, for defeating the arrogance of the BJP. And I think now that people have restored the balance, things are going to pan out in certain fashion, which will unfold in days to come.
Well, Dipender Hooda, I do not contest your position on Haryana at all. Considering elections are anyway around the corner, yes, it is a minority government. So, I don't contest any of the points that you make on the government in Haryana. My question is more about the government at the center, especially after the Lok Sabha results give the NDA alliance a majority. Let me read out a quotation to you which is doing the rounds on many WhatsApp forwards, which says that this election result has delivered a victory to the BJP and the NDA, which seems like a defeat, and a defeat to the India alliance, which seems like a victory. How would you react to that?
See, let's wait and watch. BJP, as far as numbers which are coming out at the moment, is leading in about 240 seats. So that's 32 seats short of the majority on its own. So BJP is not, no party in this country at the moment has achieved a majority. Let's see how things pan out after the India Alliance meeting tomorrow. The momentum is with us. Let them claim whoever is, the WhatsApp message, whoever is sending you the WhatsApp message, we can send a better WhatsApp message. Please have a look at our WhatsApp message and read it out to your audience as well, Navika.
Fantastic.
But I think
we'll wait for that. But Dipender Hooda, you're not ruling out a bid to form the government at the center after the India Alliance meeting tomorrow?
We'll see. That is what I'm saying. I'm not ruling out anything. What I'm saying is tomorrow India Alliance partners are going to meet, and as was clarified by both Khargeji and Rahulji. Then after that, we will have a strategy which will be, pursued by us in front of the nation. Let me also take a moment to congratulate Rahul Gandhi ji. The kind of hard work that he put in, the sincerity in his effort, single-handedly, the way he fought against the central government, while on one hand, he was targeted not just by the ruling dispensation, but also large sections of media. I am not saying who targeted him or which media, etc., but large sections of the media, generally, there is a perception in the country the media is largely controlled by the BJP, and everybody was targeting Rahulji for such a long period of time, but he kept on his mission, he kept on his struggle. He is the one who really worked hard, went to every nook and corner of this country, and I think stood for the people, stood against the injustice which was committed by the BJP government against various, all the injustices. He stood for the people, and I think this remarkable rebound by the Congress party, I think the credit must go to Rahul Gandhi ji, and the credit must go to the entire Congress party's leaders, the workers who kept faith in the Congress ideology and who kept working in their respective fields. And I think today, every congressman in this country is going to sleep as a happy man or a woman, while BJP, or everybody from the BJP, right from the top leadership to their workers, are going to sleep worried.
Do you see this as an inflection point in the growth of the Congress and seeing some green shoots in the Hindi heartland, which hitherto had eluded you in the past, with Rajasthan performing the way it did, Haryana, also Uttar Pradesh, where the Congress is leading on 8 seats. Do you see this as green shoots which will need to be built on in the future?
Absolutely. See, in Haryana, I'll tell you, last Lok Sabha elections, Congress's vote share was 28%. This time our vote share is 45%. And BJP's vote share is also about similar. Our vote share is little ahead of BJP. So you can see the kind of remarkable swing in our favor. Almost 17% swing in a state like Haryana. I think Haryana's performance perhaps is the best in the country. So I am very happy about that also. So that Haryana, in terms of the vote share increase of the Congress, has performed the best in the country. We have all the faith that the Congress central leadership, Rahul ji, and the central leadership had all the faith that they have put in the combination of Chaudhry Uday Bhan ji and Chaudhry Bhupender Singh Hooda ji. I think we are very happy that we were able to deliver. And certainly, the performance has been very good in Rajasthan, and the performance has been exceptional in Uttar Pradesh also. So Hindi heartland, like I said, Hindi heartland, you can see that the people have become fed up with the policy of divide and rule on the basis of religion, caste, and non-performance. So people have voted against the BJP's arrogance. People have voted to uphold the constitution. People have voted to strengthen our democracy. People have voted against the excesses of the BJP. You look at what BJP has done. How much arrogance, how much more arrogance does it require to be in a incumbent? You see what happened to during the Kisan Andolan. You know, the minister whose car was involved in mowing down farmers, he was given a ticket by the BJP. You look at the women wrestler protest, the BJP MP who was responsible, who has been a culprit there, his son has been given a ticket. You look at how the BJP's arrogance rose to the roof when they said that 400 par, a lot of their leaders said, we are going to, change the constitution, we are going to diminish the constitution. So there are the signs of arrogance. And I think that arrogance has been crushed today, जो हिंदी में जैसा हम बोलते हैं नाविका जी, कि भाजपा के अहंकार को वोट की चोट से लोगों ने आज चकनाचूर करने का काम किया है। बाकी संख्या की चर्चा चलेगी, जो आप कह रहे हैं प्रजातंत्र में महत्वपूर्ण है, मगर प्रजातंत्र में एक नैतिक बल भी बहुत बड़ा बल होता है। आज नैतिक बल हमारे पास है। आज मैं समझता हूं कि देश की प्रजातंत्र की जीत हुई है, देश की प्रजातंत्र की जय। लोगों ने देश के संविधान को बचाने का काम किया है। भाजपा के अहंकार को और भाजपा की विभाजनकारी नीति, जिसमें धर्म और जाति के आधार पर लोगों को आपस में उलझाकर अपनी राजनीति की जाए, उस रणनीति और उस राजनीति पे एक बड़ी चोट देने का काम किया। और कांग्रेस पार्टी की नीति पे, हमारे नेता राहुल गांधी जी की मेहनत पे, कांग्रेस पार्टी की नीति पे लोगों ने आज मुहर लगाने का काम किया है। तो जैसे मैंने कहा कि आज देश का प्रत्येक कांग्रेस का कार्यकर्ता आज एक बहुत संतुष्ट और खुशी मन से रात को सोएगा। और बीजेपी की आज प्रत्येक कार्यकर्ता से लेकर और भाई भाजपा के केंद्रीय नेतृत्व तक सभी लोग आज चिंतित सोएंगे। ये नैतिक जीत है और ये नैतिक बल हमें मिला है। और देश के मैं समझता हूँ कि जो विपक्ष को, जिसको आप कोई जो है आपका कोई एग्जिट पोल या कोई विशेषज्ञ जिसको कोई चांस नहीं दे रहा था, उसको इतना बड़ा नैतिक बल मिला है, ये एक बड़ी बात है। संख्या की चर्चा चलेगी, कल इंडिया की गठबंधन की जो बैठक रहेगी, उसके बाद अब देखते हैं आगे देखो होता है क्या। तेल देखो, तेल की धार देखो।
बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने। और आज आपका दिन है। यू हैव परफॉर्म्ड वेल, योर पार्टी हैज परफॉर्म्ड वेल। इट्स 100% increase in the seat share of the Congress party. Certainly your day to celebrate. What the numbers will bring tomorrow, how this entire political position will settle, where will the alliance partners go, all of that open, as they say. Picture abhi baki hai mere dost. Thank you very much, Dipender Hooda. Thank you for joining me. And once again, many congratulations to you.
Dhanyawad.
Taking a short break, more news comes up on the other side.